Today is the day where we do a full studio tour. I'm standing outside of my house because my entire house is considered my studio. Me and Reed like to call it Laser Jungle Studios, and as soon as I step inside, you'll understand why. So let's do it. All right. So the first thing that I want to point out are the whiteboards that we have hanging up as soon as you walk into the studio. Now, the reason why we have them hanging up here is because we want to look at our goals every single day. We have what we want to accomplish written down so that we could focus on that and actually work towards making that happen. The next place that I want to show you guys is the kitchen. Now, you might think, why would I be talking about this? But I actually think it's incredibly important to have certain things in your home studio like water, tea, coffee, snacks, so that when people come over, they feel like they're at home or they're not getting too hungry or thirsty. It's really important that you are thinking in terms of hospitality. When you're hosting sessions, you want to make sure that your guests feel welcome and that it's clean and that you have some food for them or drinks for them if they need it. The next place that I want to show you guys is actually my little costume rack over here. We don't have too much space for clothing, and I have a lot of it because every single shoot that I do, I like to wear a different costume or have different options for shoots. And I just made a rack where I can put all of my shoes, hats, jewelry, skirts, costumes. We have a bunch of bins down here with even more costumes, and this just makes it easier for me to travel with a lot of clothing, with makeup, hair. When you're a performer, you have to think about all of those things. So it's important to be able to have all of your stuff easily transportable. Back here, we have a bunch of extra equipment. Anything you can think of possibly needing for a photo shoot or a video shoot, we have it stored here. Now, I just want to point out that we have different colored lighting in the ceiling. We also have some lasers shooting down at the floor. And I also have, a couple crystals here with some candles and flowers. I always like to have fresh flowers in the studio. For me, it's really important to incorporate colors and lighting to create an environment or a mood that kind of sets the tone for creativity and what you're going to be working on that day. I'm kind of a sucker for all things spiritual, so I like to have certain crystals in certain places in my studio so I can feel that energy and so that it can inspire me to do my best work. Before we move on to the rest of the house, I just saw that my cat wanted to make an appearance. This is Kitty Bear. Say hi. This is actually a cold press juicer that me and Reed bought a couple years ago, and it has officially turned into Kitty Bear's throne. She likes to eat her dinner here, so we put her plate of food up here. She kind of claimed it as her own, but I love you. I have 2 black cats. I'm sure you'll see the other one in just a minute. All right, let's head on over to the living room. This is our living room. As you can tell, there's a lot more lighting going on. I just wanted to shout out LifeX. These are the bulbs that we use throughout the house, and we can control it through an app. So if we want to change the color or set a theme, we can do that right in the app with one press of a button. Right over here, we have a guitar hiding behind our lit willow tree, which I got on Amazon. A lot of the decorations that you see, we actually just bought on Amazon, and they're super affordable. I like to really deck out with decorations and lighting and interesting things to look at to keep people inspired. Now, this is our Studio B, we would consider it. We use this room for bigger sessions, so if we have more than 3 people, we'll work out here. We also have a separate setup so that I can be working on, say, editing vocals while Reed's in the studio. Let's dig into some of the equipment that we have out here. First, I want to show the Red camera. Now, this was a big purchase that Reed and I had this year. We shot my No Evil music video on a Red camera, and we hired an entire production company, and they did an incredible job. But we realized that we actually wanted to own one so that we can go out and record our own music videos whenever we feel like it. It's an incredible camera. It's a cinema camera, and it's the best quality that we've ever had, and we're super excited to keep learning and getting better at it. We use this little Dell monitor as a camera to basically see what we're shooting and see what the angles we want on a bigger screen, because there's only a little screen on here. Let's move on over to the studio. We have a ring light. If you don't already have a ring light and you want to make content or become a content creator, you have to get a ring light. It makes you look incredible. Just look how awesome that looks. This is my 15-inch Mac computer. Here we have the famous Jellyfish lamps. I get this question all the time. Are they real? No, they are not. We just got the lamps off Amazon. Once again, I'm telling you, Amazon has some incredible finds, so anybody can go and buy these Jellyfish lamp. They definitely add a really cool ambiance, and I love looking at them while I'm working. Now in this little corner, we have a Moog, an Apollo, and a power strip. And this is just so that we can connect our computers and play our music through our Yamaha speakers out here, or while we're having a session, or while we're editing vocals, you name it. Now over here, we have a Pioneer DJ deck, and Reed has been teaching me how to DJ. I actually had my first DJ set with Groove Cruise, and it was awesome. I'm very excited about it. I have another laser here, we have a keyboard and some headphones. Just another pair of Audio Technicas. We have a couple pairs of these just in different colors. Last but not least, this is our 60-inch LG C9. We don't really watch TV on it. We mainly use it to either film our tutorials or our master classes, look at our Pro Tool sessions, Ableton sessions, and stuff like that. That concludes our living room. Before we go outside, I want to take you guys into what I like to call the green room, and it's where I get ready every single day. This is my little makeup vanity. I actually used to have another computer set up here, and this is where I would edit all of my vocals, but I actually stopped editing other people's vocals this year, and I started doing more of my artist project and shooting different videos and things like that. So I wanted to have a space where I could just get ready every day and try different makeup looks, different hair looks, and I'm really excited about it. I have my crystals here once again. I have a little mirror with lighting and all my makeup and hair, you name it, anything beauty happens here. Now let's head into one of my favorite parts of the house, the Cat Cabana. We have two cats, and my other cat is actually outside right now. Come on, Bubby, say hi. Say hi to everybody. This is Wolfie. She's my baby. She's like my little mini-me, and Kitty Bear. Oh, here comes Kitty Bear. She's Reed's little mini-me. We basically built this cabana because the cats were always begging to go outside, but there's lots of wildlife, coyotes, owls, snakes, and we did not feel comfortable letting them roam around. Oh, here comes Kitty Bear. Say hi. So we decided to make this like makeshift cabana, and it's fully enclosed so they can't escape, sealed with zip ties. We have this little treehouse for them to play and a little rock, and they freaking love it. I mean, they're out here all day long, and it's hard to even get them to come inside. Yeah, Cat Cabana, probably the coolest place in the house. Welcome to my sacred space, the bathroom. The only reason why I'm even taking you guys here is because I want to show you what self-care looks like. I personally love facials and salt baths and detoxing, listening to meditation music while I'm taking a bath or anything like that. I have my crystals set up. It's really, really, really important to take care of yourself and do things that you find relaxing and fun amidst all the craziness. So if you have a space in your home or a bathtub or anything, that you make it special and unique to yourself and have fun with it. I mean, life shouldn't be so stressful all the time. It's important to relax a little bit. Oh, and the other reason why this bathroom is the best is that the toilet handle is a dolphin. Anyway, bathrooms are really important when you're having guests over. You want to make sure that they're clean. They have toilet paper, soap. You'd be surprised how many people actually don't think about these details, common details that everybody should know. Take care of your bathroom and take care of yourself. All right, guys, it is officially time for the deck outside. Brace yourselves. It is so cool. All right, so first we have a little cabana here with these rainbow lights. A lot of the time we like to shoot up lasers on the top of this roof and have dinner. I really like to use this space to get a break from the studio. If we're having writer's block or if the vibe isn't exactly right, it's nice to come out here, get some fresh air, look at the view, and maybe take out a guitar and just start writing something outside without the pressure of being in the studio. Having a nice outdoor space is really crucial to keeping the vibes flowing and everybody in high spirits. I have lots of plants out here, and right now it's fall, so a lot of the flowers have died, but I still like to keep it fresh and buy some new plants every couple weeks and get some new bird feed out here so that the birds come and hang out. Some hummingbirds we have a ton of. We have a family of blue jays. We got some cactus, and once again, some more lasers. We have this wall back here that we shine these pattern lasers on, and every single time people come out here, they're absolutely mesmerized. We also have some lasers shooting off the top of our lights so that they can make these little dots on the deck. It just gives it this magical feeling. I'm really strong on vibes, making a place feel magical so that I can create magic in the studio. At the end of the day, when you're writing music, it's just a transfer of energy. You're creating magic. You're creating something from nothing. And when you're in an environment that's inspiring, beautiful, and colorful, and takes you on a different planet, I feel like that's where my best work is made. If you're feeling like your studio is boring or doesn't have a lot of life in it, just try and go get some lasers, try and put some plants and flowers in there, some candles, make it smell good, make sure it's clean. I promise you that's gonna help. It's really hard for me to pick a favorite part of this house because there's so many things in here that I absolutely love, but I think the hot tub takes the cake. We have this hot tub out here on this deck with this insane view. At night, you can see all of the stars. You can see constellations, shooting stars, the moon. We have a little telescope that we can look at it even closer. And we get this view with all of these lights at night. And it literally inspires me so much to be up here and feeling like I'm on top of the world. Now, since quarantine happened, we have a new development in our house. Our gym shut down in the neighborhood, so we wanted a place that we can go and work out and have a little bit of fun. And so we turned our garage into a gym. Now, right here is actually a really cool space that Reed likes to claim. He likes to put his computer here and have a stand-up desk. So if you are sitting at home and you're kind of getting tired of sitting around and want to get some movement, I suggest finding a higher platform or a movable desk that you can bring higher so that you can actually stand and work. And I think that you would find that very beneficial. Now let's check out the gym. So you guys are gonna crack up on this one. Now I know I get a lot of comments from trolls and haters claiming that I'm a stripper, but guess what? I just got my own pole. I swear it's not what it looks like. I've been dancing my whole entire life, and right before quarantine started, I was taking dance classes, including pole dancing classes, not to learn how to strip, but to actually learn how to perform with a prop and kind of get stronger arm strength and all that good stuff. So I have this pole, I have this pull-up bar. We have these mirrors here that actually came with the house, and it kind of turns it into a little dance studio. So when I was learning the dances for my music video, we actually rehearsed in here. And we have some weights and a couple of fun decorations. Of course, we have the lasers. We turned it into our own little gym. All right, guys, it's time for the grand finale, and that is our Studio A. Now, before you walk into the studio, we have some of these cool pictures up here. One year, me and Reed went to visit Portland, and there was a flea market there, and we found this woman selling unusual cards. We just thought that they were hilarious. We have Jesus surfing here with some dinosaurs and lots of dinosaurs. And I freaking love dinosaurs. Jurassic Park was my favorite movie. So Yeah, we have these epic pictures of the Sony C800 that Reed just couldn't help himself from buying. And below here, right outside of the studio, this is where we keep all of our noisy equipment. This is a Mac Pro. It's probably one of the biggest and fastest computers that you can get from Mac. When we got our cinematography camera, we needed the best computer that could move as fast as possible because we had so much work to get done. On top of that, we have our hard drives, which once again, I can't stress the importance of hard drives enough. Make sure that you have everything organized on separate hard drives. Like I have my own hard drive, Reed has his, and we have multiple hard drives for different things. Everything is separated and organized. Now, right over here, we have our power source for our C800 and our preamp. Most microphones don't require so much electricity, but this one does. Once again, we just keep it all outside of the studio. And over here is my favorite little sign, Laser Jungle Studios. One day when we move into our next home, I really hope to get a more official sign made that represents our whole little world that we've built. All right, guys, we made it. We made it to Studio A. Now, this is the studio that you guys mainly see in all of my content. I usually set up my ring light here and shoot this way. We have my Sony C800 microphone here. Now, it's kind of a crazy story. We didn't have enough money to actually buy a Sony. We started working with Cruella, and they told us that they had a Sony C800 sitting in their closet. So in exchange for doing some vocal work for them, they let us borrow it for almost 2 years. And as soon as they took it back, we were able to buy our own. So that's the story behind this guy. Down here, we have our headphone amp, and this simply allows you to be connected to the computer without having to be close to it. And I have my Audio Technicas plugged in. Once again, we have a ton of these. We prefer these over any other headphones we've used. I don't know why, I just like the way they sound. And now let's come over to our hardware. Let's start with the speakers because we have a little speaker guest. Once again, this is Kitty Bear. She loves to sit up on the speakers. So that brings me to my next point. These Yamahas are actually not plugged in. We don't use them in here. They're simply there because the cats like to jump up onto our speakers. And one time we came home and saw that our ATCs were dented. And we wanted to make sure that never happened again. So we put the Yamahas up here so that Kitty Bear can have fun and jump up, and so that we can protect our ATCs. These speakers over here are called Mix Cubes, and they are specifically lo-fi, kind of bad sounding speakers so that you can reference them in your mix. These are a really important tool that we use in our mixing phase. All right, so down here we have a power strip, our tube top compressor, our Vintech audio, and our Apollo X8. And this consists of our entire hardware vocal chain. Next, I want to point out our desk. This is the Argosy desk. We absolutely love their company. We have 2 of these in our house. They have lots of space for different types of hardware. They're really sturdy, they're really comfortable, and I highly recommend them. Here we have 2 LG screens. The reason why we have 2 pulled up is because we're constantly working on multiple different projects. It's nice to have one screen just for our DAW and one screen to maybe have console pulled up like you see here, or our emails or text, whatever it is that we're working on. It's nice to have the extra space. Down here, we have a little meter for loudness and wideness. And we have a little MIDI controller here. We like to use this gamer mouse because it's super comfortable. We have a couple different mice. I guess you would say mice, but this is definitely our favorite, super lightweight and easy to use. We have 2 keyboards. We have a Roland and a complete keyboard. This top one is an analog keyboard, and this bottom one is a MIDI controller. Now, right above our keyboards, Reed and I have our plaques hung up on the wall. We did manage to get a YouTube plaque and 2 Splice plaques, and we're super grateful for everybody downloading our packs and subscribing to us. Hopefully, I'll have a YouTube plaque up there soon. Just hit that subscribe button if you aren't already subscribed. All right, the last thing that I want to point out in our studio is probably the most important thing, and that is this Apollo twin pillow that Reed got. It's actually an Apollo, and it's super cute. Yeah, there's really nothing else to say about that, but it's awesome. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me on my first studio tour. I hope you love Laser Jungle Studios. Reed and I worked really hard making this place special, and it makes me so excited to see where we can go with this because the sky is the limit. Hit subscribe. I do a ton of tutorials. I release a lot of music. I have so much coming for you guys, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.